football continues our coverage with a top 5 showdown in this one. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And the Hoosiers ready to kick it away first. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rams him with the stiff arm. Makes a move. Got a little room. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff for Frazier. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here's a heat, and it's a sack.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
They were really set up on the opening drive, but a big 3rd down coming here. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Got his man. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On the ground with the counter. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now on the counter. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
He's in open space downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Dogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Preston. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air on first down. Tripped up for the tackle.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Plows through the defense. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
Hey, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Preston. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final play of the quarter coming. To the air, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. The run inside. It's Frazier. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB. and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella?
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Runs through the tackle. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Dogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Fielded in the end zone, it's Preston. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Marsh. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard, and now they come up with an...
Racing down the left side. He's at the... and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have rained through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat, and they got him.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after. Might have a chance. And they get him down. What a great run that was. But look, they had given up on the series, and the defense says, no, let us help you stay alive and maybe get a first down later.
You thinking pass all the way, and they run it, and they keep going, and I don't know how they got that many yards, but it's still your turn.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. Touchdown, Dogs. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires left. That catch would have given him the first down, but just a smidgen out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Hard running there. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Escapes the pressure to his right. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And they did tack on the extra point. He wants to change this route. Off off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. That's a live ball. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half, a lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot, but here's
14. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Preston. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every...
There he goes. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there.
There's a crease. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
The blocking doesn't have to be perfect because this guy makes people miss and creates explosive plays.
Yeah, yards after contact really has been a big part of this rushing offense this season and obviously in this game as well. They've got guys that give tremendous individual effort. They are hard.
Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
Makes the grab in their space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got the back in the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. The pick 6, he takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play.
And the lead balloons to 21. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Coming out with it, it's Preston. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. That's caught, it's shot.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Becker. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Lets it fly. To the air, it's Hoover. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on down. Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now. They're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's got an open man, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field.
Makes a grab and room to run. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Bulldog! A great catch and run for 6. put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's Preston. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Running inside. It's Richard. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Makes the grab. It's Richard. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Hoosiers in the hurry up. To the air on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll run play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's good.
coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Hurricanes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle. It's shot.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Hey, I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Black 14, Black 14. They'll go to the counter play. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Canes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Might be calling a hot route. To throw, it's Hoover. Looking deep. Upstairs to make the catch.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! They just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He uncorks one deep. Got his man to the left. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distance.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Man, what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Preston. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
So now it's 2nd and long. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. These windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Off the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
field, this one in tight quarters. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here's Nighttt to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Got him downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
Ease. 242 Thunder. 242 Thunder.
Nighttt fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. DB's right up on the receivers. Nighttt from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job to...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And these are the mistakes backed up. You can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Going for 6. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now facing a third and long. The play action fake. He spins that thing down the middle. Finds a man on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. The snap sets up the throw. Sets up the screen. Across the 35. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Keeps looking downfield. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. The offense changing the play. Trying play action. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Throwing, Mensah fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play from this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Trying to beat the D deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cotton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Indiana! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curved. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Hurricanes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands, so is White.
He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field to score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Brown again. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Canes! That one will give them the lead.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Becker. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Now the play fake. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Inside the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st down here for the offense. He goes right back to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. he'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. And down he goes. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's Nighttt to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Takes it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Here comes the two-point try. Plucks it out of the air. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Nighttt fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He might want another play. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, going to the air. Stepping to the right. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Just a huge stop by their defense, and breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Throwing Nighttt. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The defense putting points on the board.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got to make play. The Canes will hustle to the line.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hand.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Knocked down at the 26 after